Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Hope everybody is doing great. So for those of you that watched my last video, I didn't mean to lie. Like, lying's a pet peeve of mine. But Greg said that he didn't really sign up for this not shopping until the junk hunt. So he was driving and I had to go. We were over at near Opryland yesterday, the Opry Mills Mall, the Opryland Hotel. For those of you that aren't around here, they have a little shopping strip area, and in it they have about 3 vintage antique stores, and one of my ones that I really like going to is Ventress. Now, I've showed you guys a haul from Ventress before. That's where I got, we got our Christmas, do y'all remember the signs we had above the fireplace that said shiny bright and the Christmas icicles and all that? That's where we got those. So we went in real quick because we had our daughter with us and she doesn't enjoy stuff like that. So I'm going to show you some things that we got from there. And then we did get a few things from Goodwill. And then at the end, y'all, I sort of cheated on you a little bit. Cheated on myself, cheated on y'all, whatever you want to call it. But I have a Target haul. And I'll tell you when the Target haul is coming up for those of you that don't want to see a Target haul. So Ventress had a booth that was 50% off, and at first I didn't see the 50% off sign, and then when we did our second lap around, Greg saw it, and so we got a few things from that booth, and there's a few things I wished I had gotten all. They had some great gathering baskets and buttock baskets, and I just really wasn't even thinking. I was, when you find a 50% off booth, you just want to grab. But I got this box. Now, I don't know that this is very old. It's got staples. The staples are good and rusty, but it reminds me of, or it, resembles a pantry box. Now, it's got a stamp on it, but I can't read the stamps. Some little kid or something wrote on it. I'll take the lid off for you. It is that bent wood. Is that what that's called? There's the inside and the bottom. I like how the wood is definitely aging. But it was $12.50. It was $25. I didn't want it for $25. And then when we saw the 50% off sale, I was like, you know what? That looks like a great box for $12.50. So I can't date this. I'm not really sure. I will tell you that at the junk hunt, I would like to get either an old measure or a real legit pantry box. We kind of have some things that, like last year we just bought a whole bunch of stuff because we were just, our collection, we were wanting to grow our collections. But I think this year there are some specific things that we're looking for, and I would like to get one of those. Now, they pulled the tag off this. I don't remember how much it was. I don't think it was much at all. Y'all, $5 or $6, maybe less than that. But I got this tin for the green. That's going to be really pretty for spring and summer. We got this inkwell, and I think it ended up being like $4. It's not stamped or, doesn't have anything engraved on it. It does have some paper stuff that's coming off, but this was a goal for $4. Now, I love little wooden boxes, and this was $5 after the 50% off. So I'm probably going to use this for a recipe box, which I think I already have one packed up somewhere in my everyday decor. So I'll have to find that. But you could also use these as risers in your vignettes. I love a good old box, and for $5, this was hidden down below. I was so glad I saw this. Then while I was paying, Greg was looking at another booth, and he found 2 more of the antique juggling pins. Now this one is huge, but it's got the bands like the 2 that I've gotten him, and it's the same, kind of has the age to it. So here's one, and then here's a smaller one. Let's see, let me see if I can get back so you can see the difference. Like, look at the height difference. So he was excited to get this one. Now, for the pair, this was $64, which was a great price because these go around $40 up just for singles. So I was glad he found this, and now he has 4 in his collection. And then we didn't go to, there's another one that kind of just mainly does a lot of mid-century modern, and we didn't go to that one. They have a lot of clothes, but there was another one that was right down from Ventress. I can never remember the name of it. But it's a pretty decent big store. I want to say it's Music Valley or Music City Valley Antiques or something like that. And I remember the last time that I went there, I told you guys I was going to find out the name. But just know, if you go to Ventress, it's just right down there. So I only got a few things from there. I got this little swan. Now, it was $12 or $8. It may have been, I think it was $8. It was $8. And I didn't want to get it because I thought that's too high, but it was stamped Japan. So I did get it. It's going to go with the little larger swan that I have. I'm not sure what I'll put in it, but we'll see. I'll show y'all if I ever get that style. That's in my bathroom, y'all. My bathroom is a hot mess, but one of these days there's going to be a big reveal. And then I got these 3 pictures. Now I have one, and this is Greg's fault. He doesn't like these, but he showed them to me. And they were $10 a piece, but they were sold as a set, 3 for $30. And they are, you know, prints. But I got this one because of the strawberries. Well, that was actually apples. But this one has the strawberries. And then this one you'll recognize because I already have it. But you had to get all 3 of them. And so I will just put one of these in my booth and keep the other. Okay, so then we hit a few Goodwills. We went to Goodwill in Lebanon because we had refreshed our booth a little bit. We went to the Goodwill in Mount Juliet. And then we went to Goodwill and City Thrift in Smyrna. So I do have a few things from there. We got both of these. They were $3.99 a piece. Now, they are Price Bristol. It's embedded in the bottom over here. They look just like some of that pottery that Greg has been buying, his jugs. I don't know how old these are. They're very heavy. I feel like they potentially could be old, but I'm not really sure. But for $4, I mean, they match to a T. And that was a good score. Greg had walked past them. I saw them, but somebody else was holding them because they wanted the florals that were inside. And the florals weren't priced, and so they, you know, him hauled around about it, and then they finally put them down, and I grabbed these. We got this for $3. Now, we have the small coasters that match it, so this will be great for our Christmas. Now, we got this, and I'm going to tell you, it's, the frames has got made in the USA. It's as plastic as they come, and the print has a signature on it, but it was copyright 1959. It is very old and needs a lot of cleaning, but we found this today, and we both were excited to get it. It was $5. I'm going to put this somewhere in the house, and so you will see it in our spring tour. Now I have been looking at this and thinking about it and trying to decide if I wanted to get this, but it was only $5, so I did go ahead and grab it today. It's a canister. It's the only one they've had, so I will be on the lookout to see if they get any other sizes. There's no maker on it, but it's got hearts and bows and little bluebirds, and that will be really pretty in the spring in my booth. I know that someone will be excited to get this. At City Thrift, I have been looking for one of these for over a year. They are the things you can put little cards in, so this is going to be great for my vintage, all my vintage, you know, postcards throughout the season. So for, what was this, $3? I snatched this up. I forgot to show you the other thing we got from Ventress. This was $8, and let me see if I can open it. I am not sure what I'm going to do with this. It's a whole set. Here, let me show you the set first. It's a whole little box, and I don't know how many are in there. I shouldn't say a whole set, but it's alphabet blocks. That's an E. And then it's got a picture, I guess, of what it is. So if that's an E, I don't know, is she an elf? Like, I don't know what that is. Let's see if we can get a better example. No, I guess the pictures maybe don't have anything to do with because here is somebody maybe look hula hooping, and it's the L. But look how old these are. So for $8, I grabbed these up, and it had one of the really old little wooden blocks in it. So I will either put those on display in my classroom somewhere. I'm keeping these, but I'm just not really sure on how I'm going to display them. More than likely, I'm going to have these in my classroom. Okay, y'all, I have a Facebook Marketplace find. It was an amazing find. I got all 3 of these for $25. All 3 are stamped Japan. All 3 are just very adorable. I would like to say that they're going in my booth, but I also don't want to lie to y'all anymore. Like, I've already lied to you about shopping in March. So, and some of you are going, I can't wait for the comments I'm going to get. But y'all, when you are buying vintage holiday decor, you have to be willing to buy it all year long. So are you ready? Go ahead. Get a little bit closer to the TV. I want you to see them good. I'm so excited. They're so stinking cute. You're never going to guess. Have you guessed? Try to guess what it is. What do you think? What do you think I'm getting ready to show you? Santa mugs! Aren't they cute? They're perfect. They've got just the right amount of paint coming off, the chippiness. There's no chips or anything. And there's one more. Look at him with his eyes closed. I don't know if I have one like that. I have no idea because I have so many that how would I know if I have one with their eyes closed? But this was a great Facebook Marketplace find. Okay, so that is all of my thrifted or antique store items. Now the next few things I'm going to show you are from Target. I don't shop at Target a whole lot, but I knew that they had these items, and you know, I just cheated. I cheated. I was at an estate sale where they had this particular thing, but it was that crazy estate sale with all the Halloween decorations, or you know, like the vintage Halloween, where you just could not move. And I wish I had thought to get this. Greg said that he saw the whole set for $150. I would have jumped on that, but Greg thought, he didn't really know that much about it, and he's like, that was kind of high. And I was like, no, it wasn't, not for the whole set. But I was able to get just a few pieces of this replica cabbageware. And y'all, I know some of y'all are true diehards. You only are going to do vintage, but I'm just cheating because I'm only going to use this for the spring. And so I think this is cute. I mean, I know it's not exact. I can tell the differences. Just, you know, like there's collectors would be able to tell the difference, but I like this. This is going to look really pretty mixed with some jadeite and the pinks and all of that. So I got the teapot. I got 2. Well, actually, I've ordered 2. So I've got 2 cups and saucers on the way, and I was able to buy 2. And I've got 4 of the plates on the way. Very inexpensive. Like, I think the plates were like $4. Anyway, Target will not ship to you unless you have at least a $35 purchase. So with the 4 plates and the 2 cups, I had to get something else to get them to ship it. So I got like the little rabbit holding up the cabbage bowl. I thought that would be cute. So I was really excited to get this. It's going to be super cute in the white hutch that I'm keeping in here. Remember I told y'all I wanted to keep it after all. I decided so that I could decorate it seasonally. So we are actually decorating today. We've got all of our spring totes in, all the winter's out, except for the piece of garland that we forgot, because how many of you always find something once you put all your, you know, holiday totes up? We do it every single time. So we have some garland that we forgot to put up, but that's okay. So y'all will be seeing a tour hopefully sometime this week. And the last thing I got, I saw this. I ran in Target in December, was looking for something, and they had these, but they didn't have them priced, so I just kind of passed on it. Well, they still weren't priced, but they ended up only being 20 bucks. Now, this reminded us of that big picture that we hang up in the spring with the Fontana, I think was the artist, and it has the beautiful pink tones of flowers. So we thought that this would pair nicely with it, kind of in the same area, you know, not next to it, but So this was really pretty. And I know it's not vintage, but you know, we can't, sometimes we gotta cheat. Y'all, if you are interested in that vintage look, but you either don't have the time to run around to thrift stores and estate sales and you're wanting it now, or you don't want to pay the price because, you know, unless you thrift it, sometimes you're going to pay, you know, up for things. Hobby Lobby and Target and even some Walmart things, and from what I'm seeing, Kirkland's, and I haven't been in Kirkland's in a long time because the one near me closed down, but they are all really knocking it out of the park with their, you know, replicas of things. Target even had some stuff that resembled boopy glass that I noticed yesterday. I thought that was really cool, and so does Hobby Lobby. So you can get the vintage look for, you know, more of an affordable price and time saving, where you can just run in, grab what you want and get out. So don't forget that. And if you're wanting it, don't get discouraged, you know, because if you're gonna get it thrifting, it's gonna take you some time to build your collection. There's nothing wrong with cheating like I did and running to a store and buying a few pieces to get you along through the season. All right, y'all, that is it for my no buy in March. But we're going to blame Greg for that, right? I've got to get off here because we've got to get unpacking our spring, get to cleaning, and get some things moved around so that we can have a video up for y'all. All right, y'all have a great rest of your week. And until I see you again, happy thrifting.